now, yes, vocal stylings there of Gary Newman. Gary Newman. When I was a kid, when I was at school, Gary Newman was the coolest man in the world when I was at school. And he's not. We are glass. We are glass. We are computers.
Well, we are glass because it's a reference to the beloved Fabio Borini's career at
bless him.
Liverpool.
Oh, glass ankles. Bless him.
Glass shoulders.
Glass shoulders. Yes, it's the Pass and Move podcast, the unofficial independent Liverpool podcast about Liverpool Football Club and sundry other shit.
That's going to catch on.
Yes, I know, yeah. Brought to you by the good people at weareliverpool.co, not UK, not com. That's the website, if it's working. Yes, with me again are the two handsome. I looked at you and was going to say two handsome contributors, and then I saw you. And I thought, actually, no, I should say the three. Ian the Don Donley. Ian the Don Donley. There he is.
And can I say that it is a difficult job in here, seeing as we've all been in the same clothes for the last 24 hours.
You're going to give away. You're just going to give away the secret.
The magic of television.
Smelly vision on a podcast.
It's magic of 3D world. This
3D.
50 Stuart Wright. There he is. And Andrew McCrimmon, whatever something. Wilburforce McCrimmon.
Wilburforce. I'd also like to say a big thank you to Jean-Luc Picard in there for letting us use the holodeck.
Yes, we come to you in glorious HD
mothership technology.
CGI.
And
I thought it was really good of also Don to tie up Mark Lawrenson in the corner and just keep him out of the studio as well.
What worries me is we don't actually know what background he's put behind us, which is a little bit disconcerting.
He could put some nudie girls on. Put some nudie girls on. And tonight's show comes, tonight's show comes in association with Virgin Trains.
Why is that?
Because, now, I don't know how this works, and the good people out there in the United States of America and Niger who are watching this, we have a public transport system in this country where you can book a train online, and we have you might not be familiar with the class system in Britain, but we still have two classes of train ticket you can buy, a first class and a second class. They call that standard, but it's essentially second class. Right. I went up to the match with Moose on Sunday, and then I came back today and I booked my train online, and the first class ticket was cheaper than the second class
Makes
ticket.
a lot of sense, that, doesn't it?
How does that work? How does that work? It's unbelievable. So I haven't been in a Virgin train. It's Virgin Train. Hats off to Virgin Trains. But you're pissing your money away. So I goes in there, and I think, well, you get free Wi-Fi, and you get a free cup of tea.
Yeah, but
no! You don't get just free wine and a free cup of tea. You get free wine. You get free Wi-Fi. You get. Would you like a drink, sir? Yeah. So he comes over, and they go, I'll have a glass of wine then, please. And they go, and I'm still there thinking, well, someone's going to pop up here and charge me for it. Well, no, it's a free glass of wine. It's free. Okay, fine.
How many free glasses of wine did you manage?
Exactly. I had 3 glasses of 3 glasses of red wine. Lovely. And not only that, I had 3 glasses of wine. They brought a little thing of pretzels with each glass of wine. And not only that, they brought me a pie. A pie! What kind of train gives you a pie?
One that comes from Wigan.
My God. Yes, it was a train from Wigan.
Yes, I know. That's it, yeah.
A delicious...
You're on the pie eaters train.
A delicious, soothing, warm, delicious crisp pastry pie.
Christenberg pie, by the sound of it.
Delicious pie. They're giving away free pies on the way. It's just so. Forgive me if I'm a little bit boozy, because the good people with Virgin Trains was giving this.
Did you by any chance look at the price of that ticket if you just bought an open first class ticket? It's about £300 for that same seat.
I know.
So it's like kind of
but I know why that they're not selling the first class tickets. They have to sell them cheap because train is coming from the north. None of us in the north, on a point of principle, would go in first class.
No. Well, I wouldn't.
And it's only because you're a pseudo southerner.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching Consumer Watch. We may start talking about some football.
And more than that. The worst thing, the most offensive thing was the woman who came round to check the tickets was fit. That is wrong. I'm sorry, that is wrong. I come from a generation that the people who came around to collect tickets were teddy boys. They were basically teddy boys. They all looked like you. They all looked like you. They didn't look like some fit woman's coming round. Anyway. So, yes.
So far in this episode, we've done xenophobia, sexism, non-PC, and offended people in the north. That's not bad for 4.5 minutes.
Which brings us on to xenophobia, St Petersburg.
Let's have a party.
Delicious pie. Anyway, so we wanted to discuss a couple of games now. The Zenit St Petersburg.
The most racist team in world football.
Well, I was a little bit disappointed with the racism. They flagged up and there was going to be an awful lot. I expected to see them in white hoods. But there was no racism to be seen as far as I can see.
I just was reminded of the scene from Django Unchained where the guys are all in the white hoods complaining they can't see out the island.
Yeah. Well, I wish the team had been in white hoods. We might have had a better chance.
That apparently was pretty much, according to B-Rod, the perfect European away performance.
Well, losing 2-0.
Pretty much. Give or take a goal or two. Pretty much the perfect away performance.
Maybe he stopped watching after 70 minutes while it was still 0-0. We've had chances. We should have been 0, but I'll take 0-0.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he had to beat the traffic. The traffic apparently getting out the ground. At
It's all that racist stuff that go off early, don't
exactly, yeah.
So I mean,
I have some sympathy for him, though. I have some sympathy for Rodgers in the game, though, because I think, it wasn't. I mean, as much as Suarez has become a hero, it wasn't Rodgers that missed the chances in the first half. Admittedly against the run and play. But they were chances that
you've also got, Hulk, combining that pitch and Hulk's goal, I half expected Ronnie Radford to come flying.
But everybody scores spectacular goals. Either goalies come out the skin or
players
players score wonder goals.
Yeah,
it was a brilliant goal.
But you've got to look at the first goal. Johnson was asleep for the first goal completely. Yeah, Antonio Yeboah.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have liked that. They wouldn't have liked that in Zenit, would they?
Back to 95.
For Leeds, 95. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Never forget.
Justin Fashion, you remember Justin Fashion who scored that goal in Norwich?
80s now, wow.
Yeah.
This is the age of the train then. Age of the train then.
That was goal of the season. Nobody ever talks about the fact we beat them 4-1 on that day. Yeah. Anyway.
Back to Zenit.
Lest we forget.
I was very disappointed with the side at Zenit. It was a Dogs of War game.
Well, let's have a look at the side. Rayner, Johnson, Enrique, Carragher, Skirtle, Gerrard, Henderson, Downing.
Stop. Up until there, even including the little terrier that runs around without tackling people, but has got a great engine and has been playing quite well. Up until then, that's the right team to play at Zenit so far. It then goes a bit pear-shaped with the next three names.
Downing, Allen and Sterling and Suarez.
Well, Suarez is fine, obviously, because he's got the devil in him.
The thing is, what are you gonna do if you've got no other striker? What are you gonna do? I mean, Sterling played in the what they call them, non-striker hole or whatever you call it.
Phantom number 9.
Yeah, that was it. He's done that earlier in the season and was actually all right at it, and presumably in the second leg they'll have to do that again. I don't know because we haven't got another striker. What with old Glass shoulders disappearing.
Oh yeah, that's bad that really.
And Sturridge is unavailable. He's cup tied.
You know why he's cup tied, don't you?
Because they wouldn't pay the money to buy him the first time round.
Because we were stupid enough to not buy him the first time, and he played in that ridiculous 4-0 tonking they got from Atletico Madrid. Because that's what cup tied him for European football.
But I just thought we just didn't turn up. It was like one of those things where we just played for the draw.
And whenever you didn't turn up, it was the perfect away European performance.
Give or take a goal or two.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, you think of the one where Suarez is in on goal on his own. I mean, 9 times out of 10 he's going to get that, isn't he?
Yeah.
And then that changes. That changes the.
I seem to be the statistics guy and this, which I don't particularly enjoy, but.
Go on, don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
46% possession, first time someone's totally dominated us since Arsenal, and especially Arsenal and Zenit are now the only two teams that have pushed us under 50% possession in a game. I thought they were toying with us for the majority of the game.
But if we can't, we had it in us to score.
Made it impossible for us to try.
Yeah.
Everybody said afterwards, a lot of the newspaper reports said, "Oh, look at the picture of the pitch. Both teams played on that pitch, right?" So I think I thought they were a far better team than us, and I think they'll beat us at Anfield.
We talked about this before we came in.
What are you doing?
2 days ago, wasn't it? Whenever it was. I think we were saying he picked the wrong team. I think he should have played 3 at the back, basically.
Hello.
Agger, Carragher, Skirtle, Johnson, Enrique, and then Henderson, Lucas, Gerrard in the middle.
John Barnes,
Shelvey just behind Suarez.
That's really gone for the muscle.
Well, I think
seriously, that is not a game to be having Raheem Sterling playing.
No,
that sort of. It just wasn't right for him. We should have had
Alan's
our dogs of war playing.
Alan at the start of the season would have been great in that game, but he's not on form at the moment.
No.
So I was incredibly disappointed.
They're 2 little kids, aren't they, Alan and Sterling?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they're too lightweight for that. That particular Benitez would have stifled that game to a boring, nasty, horrible 0-0.
And probably would have been 1-0.
And we're sitting here now. We'd have taken a dour 0-0 draw. Too right.
Well, similarly, Houlier's side would have done that, wouldn't they?
Yes, absolutely.
They would have had 2 blocks of 4.
But this is made.
Michael Owen.
Is this a blind spot then for Rodgers that he doesn't feel like he can? Certainly, when we're winning, he doesn't have teams that can shut games down.
I know.
We never get a good 1-0 or 2-0 win.
It's very worryingly starting. I can see tendencies of Arsene Wenger in him sometimes, which is a bit worrying.
Yeah, that's what
Totally.
We're going to do this my way, and we're going to keep doing it, and we're going to do it how I want to do it.
I've said before, we've all said it, his in-game management and his reactive management is good, but sometimes he's so set in his ways post-games. It's exactly the point you made earlier about Lukaku, right? When Lukaku came on for West Brom, we all sat there and went, Carragher's in trouble. Right? And also, we took off big players and brought on small players. In that game as well. You're sitting there going, this isn't really going to work. Should they get a free kick against? Oh my word, they've got a free kick. That's exactly the same.
But we're watching that game. It's like the Oldham game. You're watching that game. You think, well, we're in trouble here. They're gonna, and he's sitting there watching it like me. And you think, well, you've got to change your system somehow or do something about it.
But it's as Ian said, as Don said, it's that inflexibility. There is no plan B. There's plan A and there's a version on plan A, and that's it.
And I wasn't thinking much of that. It's just the fact that he only knows how to do expressive football as a thing. He's like, this is a different version. There's a different version of it. Like the 2 you mentioned, the Houllier and the Benitez would have just stifled the living daylights out of that game, and then any kind of set piece or maybe the 10 minutes you might have in the game over 90 minutes, you might get a goal. But the important thing is they're not going to get near you.
And then come back to Anfield and let everybody out there and express yourselves.
Well, that was Zenit away.
I ask him. Can I just go? What's this Hulk lad? Okay, I mean,
you don't want to make
fantastic player, but fucking dickhead name. But I mean, you what's he doing at Zenit St Petersburg?
What's he doing? Let's have a moment to think about that.
This is
£197,000 a week.
I wouldn't stay for that.
I can see. I get your point now. I can see why.
You can develop a taste for vodka.
Yeah. I like cabbage. So, off the back of that, we needed a big reaction, and what better way than to go and play an average side who
had eyes on a cup final,
who are going to rest 7 of their players at home.
Lest we forget as well, Rodgers was upset this game got brought forward, wasn't he? He didn't want to play it. He thought it was bang out of order with all these games we've had.
So me and Moose went up for that. As I said, we
didn't go exactly. Well, we had a wonderful journey. We arrived 2 minutes before kick-off.
2 minutes ago, with this dog in the back of the car farting the whole way. It was fucking disgusting.
You took the spaniel?
Dog's in the car now outside.
Really?
Oh my God!
It's about 100 years old. Yeah. It's essentially it's kind of a
How do you know my sister?
A farting. Anyway,
So 1970s Jones.
Don't leave me hanging. So we were there, and it was we arrived a bit late, so we're a bit flustered, but it was a weird atmosphere. It's really quiet.
It was almost actually the only time I can associate the same atmosphere was Arsenal after transfer deadline day when we signed in August when we signed no one right. And everybody turned up to the stadium a bit like. Yeah. And I think you're right. This was West Brom. We all went. I mean, I left West Brom and I was listening to John Aldridge on the radio, right. And they said to John, West Brom, that's the result. What's that? And he went, that's the end of European football for this football club. All right, for next season. And I think that permeated because we turned up like a team like, well, we've got to be here really. We've got season tickets. We might as well be here anyway. And it was very strange here.
It was a really weird atmosphere, and even there's a bloke behind us who kept trying to get the singing on it, but nobody really had the enthusiasm for it. It was really, and even though it was really weird, we'd won 5-0 and we left it, and there was still nobody. Everybody was just
the last You'll Never Walk Alone didn't even get past the second line.
Do you think it's a realisation now that really our season's over? And everybody's really feeling that now.
No, I think if anything, I think it could be a very different to that. I think it's a case of just a realisation of that, as Stuart says, when we get so close to actually looking like we're making progress, we go backwards. So because we had the West Brom result, we had the Zenit result, and I think we won 5-0. Now I think Suarez scored one of the best goals I've seen. The Enrique, the passing, the tiki-taka passing for the Enrique goal was spectacular. Yeah. Right? All the goals were particularly good. We got Howard Webb didn't give us any penalties.
Two linesmen
gave us both the penalties in both instances.
Both penalties. What were they doing? And the defender who gave away the first one. Yeah. What was he doing, challenging him there? It was a terrible challenge. He didn't need to tackle him. He was going.
And the one Webb should have given us, where Sturridge was mugged by the goalkeeper.
Cast iron.
The most stonewall penalty I've ever seen. Not given. I was like,
so you got all of that. So we had a fantastic flow. The football was amazing. I think you can only beat what you put in front of you, admittedly. Right? So we had all of that, but the crowd viewed it as, well, we're not going to get excited about this because we'll lose next week.
Well, it's also you go, well, the Swansea, that's what we should be doing. We should be hammering Swansea.
Well, yeah. That's the first time we've beaten Swansea since they came back into the Premier League.
First top 10 team we've beaten.
How good a decision, or how big a decision, or how captain-like was that decision to give Sturridge the ball for that penalty?
You didn't say that. You listened to Ian because this gets into that decision.
That's what the commentator said.
No,
what happened?
What happened was that
do we have a man on the scene?
We did.
Well, we do. Yeah. What happened was that Gerrard basically called Carragher and asked him to take the penalty, and Carragher went, "Well, fuck off!" Are you fucking kidding me?
That's word for word. He went, "Are you fucking joking?"
So what he wanted to do is say, there's a legend. I want him to score a goal and he went, "Fucking no!" So he went, "Oh, all right." And Sturridge went, "Oh, can I have it? Can I have it?"
Did he say?
So I'm saying he's got a massive pair of balls on Sturridge. He wanted to score a goal because Sturridge had been knocking on the door all day and hadn't scored a goal.
And also Sturridge, I think because Sturridge had a second penalty attempt in the second half, which I also thought was yet another penalty. Totally. He didn't get it. He threw a massive fit on the floor. And I think part of that was, well, if you're not going to give me my penalty, I'm going to fucking take this one instead.
Fair enough.
Cortino.
It was Ford Cortino was superb for debut.
Describe what again out of the when we were out the gym before. You were describing how we played.
Well, this was really funny because we started as a 4-3-3, didn't we?
It was out wide.
We started Ford Coutinho in the left wing graveyard slot of forwards where no one ever gets the ball. Where no one ever gets the ball, right? And this lad ran up and down. He made some really good runs, some incisive runs into the box, and we're all going, it's looking promising. And then Ian agreed with me. After 20 minutes, he went, it's a bit shit out here. I'm going to go in there. That's where the ball is. This lot of rubbish. I'm going to go in the middle of the park. And without any instructions, because there was nothing from the sideline, we went 4-4-2. And the lad in the middle here was amazing.
Well, the thing is, you watched it for 20 minutes and went, right, I get this. All right. Okay. This is how it works. Right. Okay. Then let's do this. Then I can do this. This is actually a bit shit. I can deal with this. So yeah,
and took people to the cleaners. Yeah.
This Cortina reminds me, or looks to me like what Suso should or is going to be.
Well, that's the thing about
the back heel. The audacity of the back heel attempt on goal was just amazing.
What's going to happen to Suso now?
But they're young kids. They've still got used to that. This boy's Suso's come up through our ranks. These kids have come. This boy's come from Inter Milan for God's sake.
He's 2 years on. He's 2 years on Suso, hasn't he?
He's got pedigree now.
Okay.
But there's a couple of the through balls in that he played which is
really clever.
And he took his goal well, didn't he? I mean,
and he's a strong little sod as well. He wasn't bundled off the ball easy. And we did actually, sadly, change. I know we were 4-0 up at the time, but we did change as a side when he went off, unfortunately, as well.
Yeah, and old Glass Shoulders came on, and bless him. I mean, I do feel sorry for Barini because he's been stop-start wherever he's gone, and then he's come here, and this is going to be his big chance and stuff, and he's just been injured the whole time.
There's no doubt. He works hard, or at least, he's a bit like a swan, I suppose, where there's all sorts going on underneath, but he doesn't actually manage to make anything happen above the water,
Also, we had the classic, because as I said at the day, didn't it? Because we went down to 9 men, didn't we, when Barini went off? Because Downing was still on the pitch, unfortunately.
He's...
I have to bring this up, but why are all of to people who contribute to our Facebook page, and we're very grateful because it's really entertaining banter, why are we suddenly getting excited that a multi-million-pound, 20 million footballer who contributed no assists, no goals, and ran up and down the line a fair bit, and to the point which Stuart doesn't agree with me, I'm sure Ian will, where Glenn Johnson wouldn't give him the ball.
I'm not saying I disagree with you. I'm saying that Stuart down.
Why are we getting excited that he's contributing nothing?
I think it's been all right.
And the reason to get excited is that we do need some players who are just going to be all right every game. The problem we've got teams, and instead, if you've got a player that's going to go 6, 7 out of 10 every game, it's like chug, chug, and we know we're going to get it. That's actually a godsend at night.
6, 7 out of 10 that contribute nothing.
I don't know. I mean, he stretches. I think the way where he is in the pitch, he stretches the play for Liverpool. I think Asaidi in the few minutes he's had on the pitch has looked like twice the player. I don't know. I mean, you think the header from Sturridge,
it didn't go in. That would have been an assist. That would have been his 4th assist in his entire Liverpool career.
Yeah, but don't forget, a lot of that has been chucking a ball in for Andy Carroll.
No, he never crossed the ball. He never crossed the ball. Don't start that. He didn't cross the ball for Andy Carroll once. His whole fucking carear.
Yeah, you're going to tell enough now.
Anyway, that's all.
But it felt like it.
Oh, we got. Well, sorry, very quickly. Last we got Zenit. I mean, you think we're going to lose?
I think we'll lose. Well, I think we may get a draw. I think we'll probably lose 2-1 on the night, because if he's let's see the making of the man. He's going to have to. We have to come out. We have to go for
get
this.
an early goal. Yep. That's my feeling. I can see us 2-0. 85 minutes.
And then scoring.
And they'll just...
Yeah, well,
I'm seeing 2-1.
I think I could probably agree with you. I think we'll win it, but I think they'll score.
Yeah, so that's the worry in it, to score.
Yeah. All right then, lovely. Thank you very much. I can't keep it on the table, otherwise it reflects back the green, and I'm not allowed to do that.
And the transporter beams will just take you to
the
green.
The
isotopes will take over.
Quiet, we're finished now. Thank you very much, and we'll see you shortly. Good night.